Welcome to Tech Learners. In previous two lessons we have talked about exception handling, and today's and upcoming one lecture will also be dedicated to the exception handling. Today we will talk about throws keyword that is used to handle exceptions. Throws keywords is used to delegate the responsibility of exception handling to the caller method. So this is a way we can design methods and we can dedicate the exception handling duty to the caller of that method. Excuse me. This caller method may be a JVM method or can be a user's method that is called any other defined method. Then the caller method is responsible to handle that exception. So this is the throws keyword which is used by the methods to indicate or to delegate the responsibility of the exception handling to the caller. Let's see some important points related with the throws keyword. 1. Throws keyword is required only for checked exception, and usage of throws keyword for unchecked exception is meaningless. So let us understand this by knowing what is checked and unchecked exception. So let's talk about checked exception. The classification exception. There are mainly two types of exceptions. One, the checked exception, and other, unchecked exception. An error is considered as unchecked exception. So let's talk about what we mean by checked exception. The classes which directly inherit throwable class except runtime exception and errors. So all the classes which directly inherit throwable class except these two are known as checked exceptions. For example, IO exception, any SQL exception, etc. So these are the checked exception, and the checked exceptions are checked at compile time. The second are unchecked exceptions. The classes which inherit runtime exceptions are known as unchecked exceptions. For example, normally we use this arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, array index out of bound exceptions. All are these unchecked exception and are also known as runtime exceptions. The unchecked exceptions are not checked at compile time, but they are checked at runtime. That is why they are also called as runtime exceptions. So let's get back to that throws keyword we were talking about. That throws keyword is required only for checked exceptions, and they are not required for the unchecked exceptions. They are meaningless. Throws keyword is required only to convince compiler, and usage of throws keyword does not prevent abnormal termination of program. So it will not prevent abnormal termination of the program. It will only convince the compiler, and by the help of throws keyword we can provide information to the caller of the method about the exception. So it will directly give the caller an indication that the method may have exceptions and you need to handle those exceptions. So let's go and see with the help of the program that how we can use this throws keyword, where we need to use them, and let's see. So as we can see that this is a main function in which I have inputted two numbers from the user A and B with the help of the scanner class. Then I have used this try and catch block, and you can see inside this try block I have called a method, that is divide method, where I have two parameters passed, A and B, the numerator and denominator. Obviously the purpose of this divide method is to accept this numerator and denominator and print the division as a result. But I have kept this calling of the method inside try block, and then I have handled it with the catch block. Why I have done this? Let's see and go the definition of divide method, then you will be able to understand. Just see, this is the definition of the divide method. It is accepting two parameters A and B, and then it is dividing A and B and printing the result. And you can see this is the code which is a suspicious code. Here we can get exception, but in this method we have not used any try and catch method. So that means the programmer who has defined this method divide has not handled exception here. So he just used throws keyword and delegating the responsibility of handling the exception to the caller method. So that is the benefit of the throws keyword, that by defining at the time of defining a method, if the exception is not handled here, then with the help of the throws keyword, the responsibility of defining and the responsibility of handling the exception is given to the caller method. And you can see the main method here is the caller method. So the main method is calling this divide method, and just because the divide method has used the throws keyword, it will tell the main method to handle it, and hence we have handled it in the main method with the help of the try and catch block. So let me execute this program and we'll show you the result. We'll show you that how is this behaving. So let me execute, let me run this program, and now you can see that the main method has called the divide method. First it is asking about the numerator, then it is asking about the denominator, and then it is called the divide method, and you can see the message, the finally message inside the catch block, that handled by the caller method. That means the exception has been handled by main method instead the divide method. The divide method was actually containing the suspicious code, but the divide method has not handled it. It has been handled by the main method. The exception handling responsibility is delegated with the help of the throws keyword to the caller method main. So I hope you have understood this purpose of the throws keyword and this program. In the next lecture we will discuss about the throw keyword. So please hit the like button and subscribe the channel if you want more such videos, and hit the bell icon so that you can get the latest notifications. Thank you so much.